I grew up in a relatively sporty family. My dad being a professional athlete, my older sister also was a professional athlete. So growing up it was just really competitive. That was the biggest value that we got instilled in us. We played card games as a family that it was loser has to do the dishes, you know, so we're just the most competitive bunch and we're all striving to be better versions of ourselves through that competitive spirit, and really just honing in on becoming a good person or becoming a great athlete is kind of the two values that my dad instilled in me that were put together as just like, that's how you are in the world, you know. To be a good athlete is to be a good person, certain values that go with that, you know, dedication, time commitment, values, things like that were just all things that were taught by my dad and my mum leading example, rather than, you know, explicit words that were said. So those were kind of good competitive spirit values. I get asked all the time if I remember my dad's playing career. I don't remember a single thing about him playing. I remember sitting in the pit underneath the stadium with the cheerleaders as he was playing, or Mum was looking after us.
Sailing high, and Halligan puts it down for a try.
I've seen a ton of footage and a ton of video, and I'm lucky that he's still involved in the sport, so I get to see him as, I see him as the athlete sometimes. A little bit of that still comes out in his coaching, so I get to see Dad as the athlete through my years. Dad was a tough athlete. He really honed in on his craft and his skill, especially in goal kicking, and I think he just brought that out the best in us kids and taught us how to be tough. Growing up, I had Kiwi things printed all over my house. The haka, like in this big, we have a big canvas that has the haka written all over it, and different other connections to New Zealand. Our whole bench top was designed as kids like a big power shell, which was green, and it's just, my parents are so proud to be Kiwi, and my dad played for them, so obviously that comes into it. My older sister also competed for New Zealand Surf Life Saving. I always say this, I truly feel Australian. I was born here in Sydney, so were my siblings, but we were all born in Australia, and I've just had that connection to Australia from a young age. I don't know why, but I've always just felt a little bit more of a connection to Australia than the rest of my family, and I'm so proud to be able to compete and don the green and gold when I get to.